Beyond the Mic with Sean Dillon.
From time to time, I step away from Beyond the Mic for vacation and let my friend Dave Fernandez step in. Today, Dave catches up with a Star Trek The Next Generation fan favorite. Let's go Beyond the Mic with guest host Dave Fernandez.
Beyond the Mic is excited to catch up with Denise Crosby, best known for portraying Security Chief Tasha Yar and her half-Romulan daughter, Commander Sela, in Star Trek The Next Generation. We'll discuss the activities surrounding the 25th anniversary of the documentary Trekkies, a few of her least-known roles, inquire about the status of another Trekkies documentary, and learn what comes next for this genuinely kind and thoughtful actor. Denise, it's an absolute pleasure and honor to have you on this program. I have to get this out of the way. First thing, I'm a Trekkie, Trekker. I love Trek from TOS, TNG, and all the incarnations past, present, and future, so forgive me if I geek out from time to time.
Oh, I hope I can answer your geeky questions.
We're all geeks in some form or fashion.
We like geeks. Geeks rule.
Well, people probably recognize you the most from Star Trek, but you truly have had a variety of motion picture and television roles in your career. As a matter of fact, one of the earliest appearances was in 48 Hours. And there's a story going around that you actually hit Eddie Murphy with a baseball bat you were using in that scene. Is that true?
Oh, he is such a big baby. He was such a big baby. So he was all worried that, I wasn't going to be able to, stop the bat right, at the camera angle so it looks like I'm actually hitting him. So, Nick Nolte stepped in and said, Eddie, come on, Denise, do it to me, watch. And, I did it perfectly, and I swung the bat and stopped it right where I was supposed to, because the camera angle, sells it. And so Walter Hill, the director, had even a stunt bat, this light rubber baby bat that looked wood, looked perfect, and, we doubled for that. But then when you had to go in for a close-up, you had to use the real deal. And, Eddie's like, I don't know if she can do this. And, I'm going, Nick is standing up for me. I'm going, it's okay. I got this. And of course, the take, we finally film and I don't do it. And I barely tap him. But he has a hissy fit, and, that's the story. It was great. It was perfect. You couldn't have asked for a better scene. It was hysterical. I had been doing it perfectly up until then. Eddie steps in and I whack him.
It's just the business.
I probably did it on purpose.
Well, it's hard to believe it's been 25 years since the release of Trekkies that you provided the narration for and served as a producer. Can you tell us how you became involved in that project?
Well, Trekkies came out of my years of going to conventions and experiencing the fandom in a way that I didn't see represented, that people were very socially minded. They were into, the environment. They were doing charity events. Friendships were being forged, relationships over the years. And I just think that they were getting sort of shortchanged by the media. And I would come back from these cons and I would just be scratching my head, going, God, it's amazing no one's made a documentary about this.
Correct.
And I think the director, who is my friend, Roger Nygaard, got so sick and tired of hearing me saying, I don't know why no one's made a documentary. He just basically said, we're going to make one. And I looked at him like, are you crazy? We don't know how to make a documentary. And he said, well, we're going to find out. And we just started.
Well, great. Well, would you say that your involvement in all those conventions helped you appreciate and understand the Trek fandom and fans more?
Oh, of course. I knew these stories weren't being shared. I mean, people were coming up to me and talking to me about how this motivated them watching this show to either go into certain fields or it got them through certain traumas, certain events in their lives, gave them some courage and strength, and or gave them hope for a more utopian, humanitarian vision of the future. So I really wanted fans to be able to have a voice and to speak for themselves.
Great. Well, it took about 7 years before we got Trekkies 2 and caught up with some of the people featured in the first film, and I know that there's been talk about a Trekkies 3. Can you give us an update on if and when we might see that?
I really feel that there will be a Trekkies 3. Roger and I have talked about it. We have some ideas that we're kind of forming. I think it will have to be once. It won't happen until we kind of get Trekkies 2 out from our back in our hands.
Correct.
That'll be a couple more years.
Okay.
Yeah. But I would like to. I really would like to go to some places that we haven't been to, and there's just so much more Trek now.
Oh, definitely.
All these new actors and shows, so it'd be fun to kind of get their take on stuff and really see if fandom has changed.
And that's exactly what I was going to ask you. Do you feel that the fans of today are different than, say, the fans of 25 years ago when you did the first Trekkies?
It's certainly much more available to people, and they're not as perhaps stigmatized as what they once were, and there's just so much more of the genre being produced and celebrated. So I'm curious myself,
Well, good. Well, we are a rock radio station, and I have to ask you, how was it working with Black Sabbath on the No Stranger to Love music video all the way back in 1986?
Oh my God, how cool is that? I love the music videos I was able to do. I've made probably about 5 of them. I mean, I'm a rock and roll girl, from way back. I got to make out with Mick Jagger, so not too bad.
Definitely.
See that? Did you ever see that music video?
I didn't see that one. I saw the Black Sabbath one, the one you did with Chris Isaac.
Oh yeah, Chris, that was a great one. I did one for the Tom Tom Club. I was in She's Got Betty Davis Eyes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow. So, yeah, people now they're going to have to really, bring up those videos with an eagle eye and see if they can catch you in there.
Absolutely.
Well, are there any projects that you're currently working on that you can tell us about?
Well, not. I mean, I'm writing, and I'm headed to New York this weekend to be part of the Space Prize project, and there is a film called Campfire that's in the works. We'll see if that may be coming up soon.
Well, fantastic. Denise, it's truly been a joy talking with you, and I want to thank you so much for giving us just a portion of your time, and just wish you continued success on the rest of your career.
Dave, thank you so much for having me.
The 25th anniversary edition of Trekkies is out now in glorious HD on Blu-ray and video on demand. This special edition released by Shout Factory includes a brand new featurette, A Trek Back with Denise Crosby and director Roger Nygard. Get your copy from shoutfactory.com or other online retailers. Plus, it's available on iTunes and Google Play for rental or purchase.
Thanks, Dave, for filling in. That, my friends, is a Beyond the Mic shortcut.